I've got a question for you. How does a live-action Spider-Verse on Amazon sound? Because I think it's actually happening. Last week, there were reports that the Silk show had been canceled, that the Nick Cage show was greenlit, and there was like some confusing other reports about like Lord and Miller taking over, becoming the Kevin Feige of their television, even though they were already in 2019. So there was like a lot of confusion. I gotta be honest, I think last week when we talked about this, I missed the bigger picture. I buried the lead and I got super focused on how excited I was, and I still am excited, that they seem to have made a good decision. Cindy Moon Silk, she's fine, but she's not how you launch a whole shared universe thing on Amazon, right? The point is this, ladies and gentlemen. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, bro, like they're really going for it. And here, I want to show you something from the article from last week, okay? So let's take a little gander over here, because I think this is pretty telling. It says, expanding the Marvel Universe with noir is a uniquely special opportunity. We are honored to bring this series to our global Prime Video customers, says Vernon Sanders, head of television at Amazon MGM Studios. The extremely talented Nick Cage is an ideal choice for our new superhero, and the accomplished producing team with Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, Amy Pascal, and the incredible team at Sony is dedicating to expanding this franchise in the most authentic way. Let's go on to read this thing here. We are absolutely thrilled to have Nicolas Cage starring in this series. No one else could bring pathos, pain, and heart to this singular character, along with our brilliant producer and partners at Amazon MGM Studios and Prime Video. We couldn't ask for a better team to explore the reimagining of such an iconic character in Sony's universe of Marvel characters, says Catherine Pope, president of Sony Pictures. So look, what did we miss last week? Like, why is this a bigger deal? Guys, this is a big Amazon Prime show. Okay, so Amazon right now, they're kind of killing it right now. And as far as streaming is concerned, they're really knocking a lot of stuff out of the park. Now, Rings of Power, that's a different conversation. We're not sure what the hell happened with that. They're losing a lot of money. They seem content to continue to lose it and produce other seasons of it. But we talk about The Boys. We talk about Invincible. We even talk about things like the Henry Cavill Warhammer thing, which is apparently supposed to be happening at Amazon too. I think the thing that I missed, and the thing that's kind of hidden underneath the like, oh, poor Silk, oh, hell yeah, Nick Cage, is like, bro, this is like The Boys level thing that they're trying to do. This is not some rinky-dink show. This is going to be a massive endeavor. And it is a shared universe on television that they want to produce. When we were streaming on Friday, a couple of headlines came out. I think it was comicbook.com. A couple other people were running with this. And I think the reason they were running with it is because they wanted people to not bury the lead and focus on the real juicy bits. And the juicy bit is, dude, they're building out not just one show, but a suite of shows, a shared cinematic universe on streaming, done with a very high production budget. And how do we know it's a high production budget? Because they got Nick fucking Cage, dude. This project has been in development for some time. I've even seen interviews with Nick Cage talking about how he's having conversations with them. They've been developing it and trying to get him. They got him. That's not a cheap ticket, dude. I don't know what Nick Cage is getting paid, but how is this not the headline? Nick Cage is playing fucking Spider-Man, dude, right? He's playing Spider-Man. So this solves like all kinds of problems that I've had with what Sony is doing. Number one, where the fuck is Spider-Man in all your movies? Doesn't make any sense. You're trying to do a shared universe without Spider-Man. Dude, that doesn't work. So this solves that problem because the first show in is going to be Nick Cage as Spider-Man. Now, it is Spider-Man Noir. It's going to have sort of like a steampunky kind of 30s noir feel, but it's absolutely Spider-Man. So it solves a lot of that problem, right? And I just think when you really think about what they're doing, this is a big deal. I saw people in chat talking about Fallout. That's another great example. Fallout is crushing it right now. Fallout's doing big numbers on streaming weeks after its release. Like, it's doing really, really well. So Amazon has sort of cornered a market. They're creating really, really good content. And you think about The Boys, you think about Fallout, you think about even Invincible, even though I think that's kind of a little bit of a lower budget. It's not quite as developed. But you look at those shows, look at the money that Amazon is putting behind this thing. And if we could get like that level of care and production with Nick Cage as Spider-Man, and it's the first of many, oh my goodness, like that's an exciting prospect, right? I would love if the next one they did was Gwen. Imagine getting Emma Stone to actually be Ghost Spider or Spider-Gwen or whatever, right? And imagine an actual show with her. Because if you've seen the Across the Spider-Verse stuff, which I think a lot of us have because holy shit, it's awesome. The story of Gwen is kind of tragic. She kills Peter in her own universe, right? You kind of see that at the beginning of the second movie. She kills Peter, not realizing that he is the Lizard. They might do it differently in the movie. In the comics, she kills him. She doesn't like understand. She kind of like doesn't pull back and she kills him. It's super fucked up. And so I think that would be freaking awesome. Bro, imagine Spider-Man 2099. Imagine Miguel. Oh my goodness, dude. Imagine Miguel. It would be absolutely perfect. Even Penny Parker. And the idea of like mechs and a futuristic, Tokyo and stuff like that. Like, there's so much potential there. And I've been thinking about how, Marvel's maturing up and, maybe we get a harder edge with this. I mean, I think Spider-Man Noir is a shoo-in to be darker, more violent, more mature. I think it just makes sense. And it could be very fucking interesting. And this could literally unlock a whole new side of Marvel that, because its television is separate from the movie stuff, right? So it could kind of just differentiate itself from the Across the Spider-Verse movies, even the MCU, maybe even the Sonyverse. And Lord and Miller, they had this big deal at Fox. It got transferred to Disney in 2019, but they got even more money in the transfer. They were put in charge of Marvel Sony Television. And it's been a long time. Now, Hollywood's been super weird over the last couple of years, so you can't necessarily blame them. I mean, big time strikes, maybe a historic strike, a lot of turmoil, and they were also making Across the Spider-Verse. So it's not like they were slouching, right? They were involved in Across the Spider-Verse. So to have this finally be happening, I'm just like really excited. So I kind of wanted to talk about it again, get some more of the actual information out there. Like, let's not bury the lead and really talk about Silk, right? Silk's an afterthought. It doesn't matter. It's over. The main takeaway, Nick fucking Cage, Amazon Prime, big budget, massive Spider-Man show with potential to tie into the multiverse. And you have the actual dudes that just did a multiversal thing that's like the hottest shit in superhero stuff right now. And they're helming it? Like, bro, let's fucking go. That's awesome. And man, if that becomes a thing, imagine in the next couple of years sitting down to watch a season of the new R-rated adult Spider-Verse show. Oh my God, bro. That's fire. Like, I'm legitimately excited about that. So I kind of was like, no, like let's talk about this again. Let's explain what it really is and let's get the people going, because this is a W. This is awesome, and it's another flavor of Marvel that we get to have. Oh my God!